Inus was working in the car industry for a while. And when he told me what he told me on Saturday night, I nearly fell off my chair of what his manager told him and what eventually happened from there. Inus, I'd love you to please share the story that you shared with us.
Okay. Well, I'm going to share the short version. So I did quite well in the motor industry, and we were a team of 4 sales guys at this company, and I basically consistently, month after month, I did the same amount of units and turnover, if not more, than the rest of the team combined. So I was good at the job. Within the first month that I got there, I was actually made 2IC to my manager. And even in that time, I actually did half of his work. So while doing half of my manager's work, I still consistently actually outperformed the rest of the team. I got to a point where I left home in the mornings at 6 o'clock. And then at night, I would actually only get home at about 8 o'clock. So I gave everything of myself to this company. And it actually got to the point where Adri and I, we split up. I was burnt out. You get to this point where you tell your wife, listen, I've got to get keep the pot cooking, and this is what's needed to be done. And, if you don't like it, it's, kind of get out. And it got to the point where it actually almost cost us our marriage. Because we went through a very difficult time, we actually did separate. She came and stayed with her family in Limpopo. And I kept working. And because of the stress that I was under, work-wise and home-wise, of course, 1 month I actually slipped up and I didn't do the units that I did every month. And then my manager called me in and said, listen, 1 more month like this and we're chopping you. And then one morning I just got up and I realized, you know what, you're only as good as your previous month. It doesn't matter how good you are. They will take their pound of flesh. They will siphon every drop of blood out of you. And if you cannot perform like that, they'll just spit you out. And I got up and I said, I'm not putting my marriage and my personal, or putting my job before my marriage and my personal life. I'm not going to have these consequences. And I walked in and I basically resigned with immediate effect. And I phoned Adri and I said to her, listen, I'm coming home. And I got on the bus and I went home and I said, well, we're going to do LifeWave now. That's all that we have. We are back against the wall. It is plan A, and, plan B is to make plan A work. And, what I realized is you give so much of yourself to people like that, and it means nothing. So if you only put in half of what I put in there, you have to make a success of it. You understand? So it's all about commitment. As you said, consistency, but in the end of the day, you are giving back to yourself, but more importantly is you are giving back to other people who really need it. And I must tell you, I was in a bit of a difficult emotional space before we went to the convention. And after we left there, just how everybody helped one another. There was nobody trying to bring anybody else down. I come from a background where people steal each other's business. And in LifeWave, everybody actually builds one another up. So you don't have it where people steal one another's clients. It's all a support system and it's a family. And that's what I love about it. And that is why I am now committed to the LifeWave family, because as I said, if you only give half of what you usually give to your job, you have to make a success for yourself and for other people. And that's what I love about it.